So when I first started off, the purpose of my brand was to just give my life story. But as I went through, I discovered that my story didn't just give me, it opened up the door for women to really discover themselves and to realize that they could be set free from so many things in their lives that was holding them back, that was keeping them from being free from relationships that was destroying them, that were keeping them from being free from husbands who were being abusive, from narcissistic men who were controlling them, from being in churches that were keeping them in marriages that were holding them in bondage, to men who did not care about them, who did not love them, who kept them spiritually bound, who kept them in relationships with mothers who did not love them anymore, who did not care about them, who did not want a relationship with them anymore, who just kept them in bondage, for women who just did not know who they were anymore, who lived in self-doubt, who lived in the lack of self-confidence, who lacked self-esteem, who did not know who they were anymore. It went from a story about me and learning who I was again, finding my own freedom, finding who I was, to self-discovery for other women. It went from my war cry to a war cry for women around the world. It went from my story to our story. That's what Ms Candi Girl became. That was what my brand became. That was what my life became. So that's what my dedication is. For not just women my age, 40 and above, but for young women to see themselves way before they get to this point, to become a strainer for them, to say, hey, I see the red flags. I see this before it comes. I see the man beforehand. That's not the one. I see the mommy issues beforehand. She doesn't love me. She doesn't care about me. I see the hurt. I see the pain, and it needs to heal before I get in these relationships and I try to make something that's not there come about. I go into a relationship with the man that I shouldn't be with. And now I've developed something that it shouldn't be. And now I'm trying to make something that it doesn't need to be. That's what Ms Candi Girl is. That's what it's become. And so I encourage you to go to Ms Candi Girl. Not just because it's books, but because it's a story. Let it become your story. Let it become your freedom. Let it become what you need it to be your lifeline to your freedom.